4. While the coronavirus pandemic ruined many high school seniors' graduations, for college graduates, it means stepping into an uncertain professional world. And it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and that is a big concern during this pandemic.
And nice conditions continue this evening, but rain chances are just around the corner. First at 4 is next.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, we have talked a lot about the coronavirus impacting high school seniors, but it is also affecting college seniors. WYMT's Madison program has more on what the future looks like for these students.
On college campuses across the region, state, and country, college graduates are about to step into the real world in a very unusual situation, not knowing what's next. All the learning, planning, and preparation of graduating college and landing an ideal job is put on hold for many. Many companies, organizations, and businesses stopped hiring because of the effects of coronavirus. Katie Newman is graduating from the University of Pikeville and worked tirelessly to become a social worker. She is continuing to volunteer to keep connections with potential employers and remains looking towards the future.
I've always known that I wanted to be an advocate for social injustice and for people who felt like they didn't have the resources necessary to have a quality of life.
Newman, along with many other college seniors, have plans to go to graduate school, but that also has an uncertain factor, not knowing what colleges are going to do in the fall. Madison Pergram, WYMT Mountain News.
We will have more on the impact of the coronavirus on college seniors coming up later tonight. At least 42 states have eased coronavirus restrictions in some form as pressure mounts to reopen the rest of the country. It comes as the U.S. reports more than 1.1 million confirmed cases of the virus and more than 68,000 deaths. Frustrations are growing in states where governors extended stay-at-home orders. In Washington state, one barber opened up this weekend, defying state orders to remain closed. He claims to have the support of local law enforcement.
Because it's our constitutional right to do what we are doing to maintain a livelihood.
Health officials in communities all across the country are keeping a close eye on case numbers. In Texas, the state started reopening Friday. Yesterday, Dallas County reported 234 new cases, the biggest single-day jump on record. The FDA is now requiring makers of coronavirus antibody tests to promptly seek emergency use authorization. The agency's goal is to rein in unproven and fraudulent tests that are flooding the market. Commercial manufacturers must submit emergency authorization requests and validation data for their tests within 10 business days. The policy shift announced today reverses a policy the FDA instituted in March, which loosened approval standards. Broad antibody testing could provide a better sense of how much of the population has been infected with coronavirus, possibly developing immunity. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and now more than ever, mental health is important because many people are losing their jobs or being furloughed. WYMT's Dakota Maker has talked with the Kentucky River Regional Coordinator at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center and has more on how to handle your mental health during these uncertain times.
Here at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, they focus on mental health and substance use on an outpatient basis. The coronavirus pandemic can lead to a big strain on your mental health. The regional director here tells me they are working to reduce the stigma of needing help for your mental health. For those struggling with mental health, you should always practice your coping skills. If you know someone who is struggling, it is important to reach out to them and let them know you are there. Mountain Comprehensive Care Center is on the front line of helping people with their mental well-being.
We always try to help people out with mental health and try to reduce the stigma that's sometimes associated with mental health treatment. So we're always working on that, and we want everyone to seek treatment that may need treatment.
Mountain Comprehensive Care Center helps their patients through telehealth. They also tell me keeping your mind busy by working a puzzle or playing a game on your phone is a great way to help your mental health. But for now, I'm in Letcher County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
If you are needing help with your mental health, you can call the Mountain Comprehensive Care Center Mental Health Crisis Line. That number you see there at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-422-1060. We know the COVID-19 pandemic has caused massive losses for the airline industry. Bluegrass Airport in Lexington is certainly no exception. Earlier today, Victor Puente went there to talk to passengers about wearing masks while flying, but finding passengers to interview presented its own challenges.
Sections of Bluegrass Airport are currently shut down, including the marketplace and the restrooms on the lower level. The TSA checkpoint was also closed this morning, hours later than it normally would be. They opened up around noon. That was about an hour before one of the 5 flights listed for today on the departure board was set to take off. I spoke to one of the few travelers there who told me it wasn't uncommon to see such a small crowd.
So there have been a few times that I've traveled in the past couple of weeks that it was just 2 of us on the whole plane. It's a big 787 flight. It's just, this is not going to work.
The airport said their numbers comparing this March to last March showed a greater than 50% drop in flyers, and travel restrictions didn't even go into place until halfway into the month. We won't have April's numbers for about a week and a half. Now, if you are flying, whether or not you'll need a mask depends on which airline you're using. Delta and United both require passengers to cover their faces. American Airlines has a similar policy that'll go into place next Monday.
And I know many of you fly Allegiant, and they do not require you to wear a mask right now, but will be giving each of their passengers a health and safety kit upon boarding. That includes a mask, latex gloves, and sanitizing wipes.
Well, I don't think we could have asked for any better weather for our Monday. Hopefully you were able to get outside and enjoy it. Let me take you to a couple of our cameras. If you look here in Hazard at WYMT Studio, I mean, just absolutely clear blue skies, not really a cloud in sight. And I mean, on top of these dry and clear conditions we saw all day, we also saw some nice warm temperatures. I mean, temperatures got into those 70s. Now, that wasn't quite as warm as we've been seeing the past couple of days. Remember, yesterday we got into the 80s, so we were actually anywhere from about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than we were yesterday, but overall it was still pretty nice because as we head into tomorrow, things are only going to cool down even more. So we were in the 80s yesterday, the 70s today. We'll be in the 60s by tomorrow. So we're getting a big cool down as we head into tomorrow and really the rest of the week. So expect some cooler temperatures ahead. We're also going to be seeing some rain chances as we head into the overnight hours tonight. So as we head into overnight hours and as you wake up on your Tuesday morning, you're going to want to have that rain gear ready to go because we are expecting some soggy weather with those cooler temperatures, but then plenty of sunshine does return by the time we get into later parts of the week, and I'll have more details on that in just a little bit. Steve.
All right, thank you, Brooke. A toddler is dead following a Central Kentucky shooting yesterday. Police say it happened at a mobile home park in Elizabethtown. The 2-year-old was taken to a local hospital where he later died. Detectives are trying to figure out what led to the shooting. Investigators say the boy's parents and 2 other young siblings were home when the toddler was shot. A Tennessee firefighter lost his life yesterday when storms swept through the region. City officials in Spring Hill say a tree branch fell on off-duty firefighter Mitchell Earwood at his home. Earwood served the city for 10 years in the Spring Hill Fire Department before his untimely death. Officials with the Williamson County Rescue Squad said Earwood was a true public servant and always gave it his all. A tractor-trailer rollover shut down a busy intersection in West Virginia this morning. The rollover happened on Interstate 79 in Kanawha County. Both northbound lanes were closed following the crash, but have since reopened. Crews remained to clean spilled diesel fuel off the shoulder of the road. Injuries were reported in the crash, but we do not know the conditions of anyone hurt. Straight ahead on First at 4, it is an unintended side effect of stay-at-home orders during this pandemic. Experts say child abuse cases are increasing.
And today was nice, but we'll be waking up to some rain showers tomorrow. I'll provide more details on that coming up.